Down in the valley where the girls get naked. If you throwing bands, then you know she gonna shake it. 1, 2, break 'em. 3, 4, rake 'em. Hey! What's up, y'all? This is Ty. Don't judge me. Yeah, I know. I can't rap. I know. Don't judge me. But if you know that theme song, then you know that I am here to review episode 1, season 2 of P.Valley. Yes, they are finally back. It's been a long time coming, but they are finally back with the second season of this great show about the life and times of strippers. And I am excited and glad that they are back. And I want to give a shout out to all my lovely subscribers that hold me down in the comment section that have been subscribing and keeping this channel going. You know who you are. Shout outs to you all. And listen, if you're new here, bam, hit that like button. Bam, hit that subscribe button. Leave some comments because you're going to have some fun here. And thank you. I'm thanking you in advance for subscribing and helping this channel go and grow. With that being said, let's get right down to this episode, which is titled Pussy Land. Okay, Pussy Land. Now, the episode picks up 5 months after the events in season 1's finale, which was the murder night, where we had the incident that happened at the Pink, where we saw the incident that happened at the Pink, where we saw, what did we see? We saw Keyshawn and her boyfriend get into the fight and with the diamond, and Keyshawn pulling out the gun and all that stuff, all those things that transpired there. So much going on there. And Haley's incident where, they had to kill that guy that was trying to attack Haley and all of that stuff. So it's 5 months later, and they've incorporated old Rona, into the story. And Corona, like it has affected all of us, because when Corona first happened, COVID-19 and all that, everything was shut down. You couldn't go nowhere. You couldn't do nothing. Everything was on Zoom. I mean, it was Zoom meetings for everything. And I like how they have incorporated that into the series. So the town has been affected. They are affected. The Pink has been affected. So they cannot, you can't go to a strip club because of the mandate. You can't open. You can't perform inside. So what do? They perform outside. Smart idea. And they have this sexy car wash thing. So the first scene that we see a guy driving up, and we see the signs. Old mama religious, Mercedes religious mother, she has a billboard about her stuff. And then you see the other billboard about coming on over to the Pink, to Pussy Land, and it's a setup, the car wash theme. And you see Haley and Uncle Clifford, and you see Haley and the guy, then it's set up like a car wash, and you just drive through and watch the girls do what they do. And the way they shoot these scenes and stuff, that was very sexy. And we seen a homeboy in the car. He's very excited. And that scene was hilarious to me, especially with Uncle Clifford. Oh, and you get wings too. You go to the strip club, or the strip car wash drive-through strip at Pussy Land, because it's outdoors now. And you get you some free wings. After you've seen all that booty everywhere. I was like, that's a good idea. Don't judge me. I need to go to something like that. Somebody need to do that in real life so I can go just one time. I'll just go just one time, listen. But anyway, I thought that was hilarious. And just wonderfully shot. They always film those scenes so beautifully. And at the end of it, the guy, he was excited. And I thought that was hilarious when Uncle Clifford gave him the wings and also gave him some Clorox wipes to clean up the dashboard, because, he made a little mess there. But you would think things have gotten better now that we have Haley and Uncle Clifford as the co-owners of the Pink. But money is a little funny still. We see Mercedes having a conversation with the rest of the staff and everybody, and she feels like, well, she's still the top drawer, and she feel like she need to be getting paid top dollar. And we see her get into it with Toy about, listen, you don't shake it like I do, you don't do the routine like I do. And I thought that was interesting. Mercedes still saying like, listen, I'm the big chick here, I'm the main one here, I need to be being paid more than everybody. Then we see that rift, which I think we're going to see a lot of throughout this season, between Uncle Clifford and Haley about money, about, they're going to have a pissing contest on who is really running the pink and how can they run the pink and all of those things. Haley does have a conversation with Mercedes and discussing this and discussing about, possibly giving her more money. Because now we're getting to the end of the COVID situation and things are starting to reopen. So they're going to have a reopening and things like that. So they did have that conversation. But Mercedes don't want no new girls coming up in here. She's like, nah, because Haley's thinking, listen, we're going to have to get some new blood up in here, get things running. Because, this pandemic affected us. We lost a few of our girls. We had that incident with Mississippi, aka Keyshawn. That's affected. She ain't coming back. So we have to do something. And so in the scenes between Mercedes and between Mercedes and Haley, you see that friction and that tension. And Mercedes is just not feeling. Mercedes is just not feeling it. She does not want no new girls in there. But listen, times is rough. She also has her gym and the thing with she can't do that. And she has the young girls that she teaches the cheerleading and the dance moves. A lot of their parents either can't afford to have them come back for the dance lessons, or they don't want them coming back because, this COVID. This is when COVID was still new and people were afraid. We don't want to go back out here and be near people and things like that. So we have that friction going on. We also see, that Little Murder, we see he's still working on his career and thinking of ways he wants to go on a tour and do things and deal with Keyshawn. And I thought that was very interesting and powerful because, you saw the scene where he's working on his music and you see they go through all the texts. He's been texting Uncle Clifford. He has been texting him, trying to get back in his good graces. Like, listen, it's just business, this, that, and the third. Because we know Lil Murder, that persona, he got Lil Murder going on. He also is gay. He's on the low though. And he didn't publicly want to be seen with Uncle Clifford. And so Uncle Clifford is mad about that, and rightfully so, because it's like the way he treated him last season at the end of the season, kind of denying him or whatever. But it's like, wow, he's really got feelings for Uncle Clifford. He's sitting there texting. But still, because he's living this double life, I got to sing everything. When the guy says to him, oh, the pink is reopening, you heard from Uncle Clifford? Oh, why would I hear from him? Now, you just sitting here texting him. Now you want to get all defensive. Why would I hear from him? Like, look at that. So I love that. I love the writers on here. Good job. I love how the complexity, how he's like struggling with that. He wants to be with him, but on his terms, and that's got to be difficult because, you have someone like Uncle Clifford who is out there, the flamboyant outfits. He's out in the open. But then Little Murder, he has his image to sell, the hard rapper. He's grimy. He's this, he's that. He has that to sell. So I understand. But, I think that's good. Now let's move on down to Keyshawn, a.k.a. Mississippi, one of my favorites. I liked her last season, but I didn't like what she did at the end last season. So we see that she has to do things the way she wants to do them, which is now she's online with her little online followers doing her stripping stuff online because, she can't go back to the pink. They're disgusted with what went down. So she's become this internet vixen, and she's on the pole and this and that. And then right after she does, we see that her boyfriend is watching, and he's got the baby, and then he doesn't have a job right now, and he's trying to get back on his feet. So that they're in a bit of a struggle and whatever. And he's still, because COVID hurt everybody. They're in a bit of a struggle. He trying to get things done. I still really don't. He still really resents all this stripping and all that. He's insecure. He don't want his woman out here stripping and doing all that. And yeah, he can't really handle that. But he's being supportive because he ain't got no choice because that's what's bringing in the money. So we also later see in this episode, we see Keyshawn going to the store, or thinking she going into the store, and that's where she runs into Diamond. And Diamond out here, I thought that scene was funny too. He out at the dollar store making sure you not getting in if you ain't got no mask. He's roughing you up if you ain't got. Now he's a little extreme. Where your mask at, fool? Pushing people away if they don't have their mask. And she tries to apologize to Diamond because remember what happened last season where she pulled the gun out on him when he was fighting her boyfriend. And that pissed him off, and that pissed a lot of people off. And they have their little relationship too. So she's trying to apologize to him, and she's like, she did bring up somewhat of a point when she said, I had no choice. I just wanted it to stop. But she said, but do you know what the consequences would have been had you hurt him or killed him? That was her angle she was going on. And she's trying to, and he was like, I don't want to hear that right now. This is not the time. This is not the place where we're going to talk about that. And I'm like that too. Listen, don't come up to my job. Listen, don't come up to my job trying to apologize. See me some other time. Then let me cool off a little bit, or maybe I won't cool off, So I'm still more on his side with this. Like, listen, that man was beating you down. I came to your rescue. That man been beating you down and doing all types of grimy stuff. We got into a fight because of, he told her, we got into a fight because of stuff he said. He called me, what did he call me? He called him a nigga, but what did he say? Something nigga, but it was something he used the N-word. And so he said, that's what he called us, low-level niggas or something like that. What does he call you? And she was like, he would never use those words. He would never use the N-word. That's not true, because he did use it. So she was defending him. And I still thought that was a great scene because I understood where she was coming from, even though I was still mad at her. And I definitely understand where he was coming from because I understood Diamond, because that's how I would have reacted to, like, girl, get out of my face. I don't want to talk about it. But you could tell they both still care for each other. So I thought that was really good. Also going on, we see the mayor has died from COVID. He has died, and how that affects things. And now the other guy is now the deputy mayor or acting mayor. And there's going to be some tension there too, because he still is trying to buy that land and trying to get that area sold so they can put a casino down there. And that leads us to Andre, who we see him back home with his wife, and his wife is a nurse, and she's been dealing with the people who have COVID and how it's affected them. And it's showing how it affected their marriage, and how when he learned that the mayor had died, that he has to go back. And I love that scene between Andre and his wife, where his wife did not want him to go back. And she's like, listen, if you don't understand how many people I've seen die from this and all this. And of course, he still comes back for the funeral. I thought that was a great scene. And of course, he gets to see Haley again, and that tension is there. Like, the show is just so good. This show is so good. It really is so good. Another highlight for me was seeing Loretta Devine. I love Loretta Devine and everything that she does. And she's playing Uncle Clifford's grandmother. And she's like, listen, go on down to that funeral, get me a plate or whatever. And her little theory on why we got to wear the mask. They just trying to keep black people away from each other. Trying to keep black people in the house. I thought that was funny too. And like I said, we're off to a great start. You could tell there's going to be something's going to go down. They're looking for new girls. So we know we're going to have this tension with Mercedes worried about her top spot, because new girls are coming. New girls are definitely coming. We got that issue going on. We got Little Murder working on his career and trying to get that going. And did you see that scene when he was out on the porch and the guys drove up and he was reaching for his gun, like ready, like, listen, what's going on? But then they just asked, oh, when is new music coming out? But there's going to be more to that too. we're in for a good season. We see, like I said, we're going to be in for a really good season. It's going to be, I'm excited. I enjoyed this first episode, Pussy Land, yes, yes, yes. So I just wanted to come on here and mention some of the things that caught my eye in this episode. And I will see you all in the next video. That's all I have for now. What did you guys think about it? Did you enjoy it? I definitely enjoyed it, and I'm ready. I'm so ready. I'm so glad the show is back, and I can't wait to see what they do next, and I can't wait to see the new girls. Hey, it's gonna be good. It's gonna be good. Well, that's all I have for now. Thank you for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe. If I left anything out, leave it down in the comment section. This was just a recap, my thoughts on how I felt about it. And that's it. Like, comment, subscribe, and I will see you all in the next video.